On the sunny shores of Venezuela, there's a city called Coro. It's a really old city, full of amazing buildings. It was founded way back in 1527. Coro is like a time capsule, with stories hidden in its walls. You can hear whispers of the people who lived there long ago, the battles they fought, and how they built such amazing things. It's a place where the past and the present come together. Coro feels like stepping back in time, with streets full of stories waiting to be discovered. In 1993, it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's super important to the world's history and culture. You can hear echoes of the past in its lively culture and well-preserved buildings. Coro's port, a gateway to the Caribbean Sea, has seen hundreds of years of trade, exploration, and cultural exchange. The port helped shape Coro into the city it is today, connecting it to the rest of the world. Today, Coro shows off Venezuela's rich history. It invites travelers to step back in time and explore its captivating story. It's a city that's just waiting to be explored. Long before explorers from Europe arrived, the Coro region was home to the Coros people. They were skilled craftspeople and fishermen, and they left their mark on the land. Their history is part of Coro's story. In 1527, a Spanish explorer named Juan de Ampies founded Coro, and everything changed. The city became the first capital of the province of Venezuela, an important city for the Spanish. Something really interesting happened next. From 1528 to 1546, Coro was rented out to a German banking family called the Welses. This time period changed how the city looked, especially its streets, which are laid out like old German towns. Coro's location on the Caribbean coast made it a busy center for trade. Ships came and went, connecting Coro to the rest of the Spanish Empire and beyond. Coro's buildings tell the story of its diverse past. The city is a special example of earthen architecture, a way of building that mixes local knowledge with European ideas. Coro's buildings, made of mud, adobe, and wood, show a beautiful mix of Spanish, Dutch, and indigenous styles. You can see this mix of cultures in the small details, bright colors, and unique designs of the buildings. Some of Coro's most amazing buildings are the Coro Cathedral, a beautiful example of Spanish colonial architecture, and the Casa de las Ventanas de Hierro, famous for its fancy iron windows. Walking through Coro's streets feels like stepping back in time. The city's well-preserved colonial houses, with their balconies, courtyards, and red roofs, take you to a different era. Coro's beautiful buildings are also delicate. Made of earth, they are easily damaged by time and weather. They are constantly fighting against erosion, humidity, and the harsh Caribbean climate. In 2005, after heavy rains hurt many historic buildings, Coro was placed on UNESCO's list of World Heritage in danger. This means it needs help. Local people, international groups, and people who care about history are working together to save Coro. They are fixing damaged buildings, finding ways to protect them in the future, and teaching people how important it is to save Coro's unique architecture. Coro is a modern city, but it needs to protect its history. It needs to find a way to grow while keeping its special heritage safe. People are working to encourage tourism that doesn't hurt the city. This way, visitors can enjoy Coro's charm without damaging it. Local people are helping to protect their city. They know Coro's heritage isn't just about buildings. It's also about the stories, traditions, and way of life they represent. Teaching kids about their heritage is important for the future of Coro's cultural treasures. Coro could become a top place for people who love history and culture. It has a unique mix of history, architecture, and lively culture that visitors will love. By building good places for tourists to stay, protecting its beautiful buildings, and sharing its rich culture, Coro can attract people from all over the world. Coro's future depends on remembering its past while planning for a good future. By finding a balance between progress and preservation, Coro can continue to amaze people for years to come. As the sun sets on Coro, lighting up its earthen buildings, it makes you feel hopeful about the future of this amazing city. Protecting Coro's special heritage isn't just for Venezuelans. It's important for everyone. People, groups, and governments around the world need to work together. We can all help by supporting projects to protect Coro, being responsible tourists, and teaching others about the importance of cultural heritage. Every little bit helps. Everything we do today to protect Coro is an investment in the future, so this amazing city can continue to inspire us. Let's work together to make sure Coro's story continues for many years to come. It shows how creative and strong people can be, and how important it is to protect our shared history. Coro reminds us that the past isn't just a bunch of dates. It's alive and shapes who we are today. Its earthen walls whisper stories of victories and struggles, of cultural exchange and amazing architecture. In our busy modern world, Coro tells us to slow down, think, and appreciate the power of history. It reminds us that progress and preservation can work together. Coro's story shows how people can adapt, create new things, and make beautiful things even when times are tough. It's a city that invites us to explore, to learn, and to connect with the past. As we say goodbye to Coro, let's remember its strength, its commitment to preservation, and its vibrant culture. By protecting Coro, we protect a part of ourselves and the power of our shared human heritage. German Scene 1. Ein zeitloser Schatz an der venezolanischen Küste Erzähle. An den sonnigen Küsten Venezuelas liegt Coro, eine Stadt voller Geschichte und wunderschöner Architektur. Gegründet im Jahr 1527 ist Coro wie eine Zeitreise, seine Geschichte in die Wände seiner Gebäude gemeißelt. Coro flüstert Geschichten von indigenem Erbe, Colonial Kämpfen und architektonischem Einfallsreichtum. Es ist ein Ort, wo Vergangenheit und Gegenwart verschmelzen. Coros Herz schlägt im Rhythmus vergangener Zeiten, seine Straßen gepflastert mit Geschichten, die darauf warten, entdeckt zu werden. 1993, zum UNESCO-Weltkulturerbe ernannt, ist Coros kulturelle und historische Bedeutung unbestreitbar. Die Vergangenheit hält in seiner lebendigen, Kultur- und gut erhaltenen Architektur weiter. Coros Hafen, ein Tor zur Karibik, hat Jahrhunderte des Handels, der Erkundung und des kulturellen Austauschs miterlebt. Der Hafen spielte eine Schlüsselrolle bei der Gestaltung von Coros Identität und Verband die Stadt mit der Welt. Heute steht Coro als stolzes Zeugnis für Venezuelas reiches Erbe und lädt Reisende ein, in die Vergangenheit einzutauchen und seine faszinierende Geschichte zu erleben. Es ist eine Stadt, die zur Erkundung und Besinnung einlädt.